Why some people never find the love they deeply crave? Why is it that some people, no matter how kind, sincere, or patient, just never seem to find the love they so desperately long for? Why do some hearts pour everything they have into relationships, give without limits, hope with everything inside them, only to be left alone again and again? Maybe you've been there. Maybe you're there right now. And maybe, just maybe, you've asked yourself the same painful questions. Why not me? Why does love always hurt me? Am I not good enough? What am I doing wrong? You've tried. You've waited. You've begged Allah and sujood with tears on your prayer mat. And still, love hasn't stayed. The one you wanted didn't choose you, or the one who did wasn't good for you. But today, I want to offer you something that could completely shift how you see all of this. What if this isn't rejection? What if this isn't a curse? What if this is a mercy, disguised in silence? What if that emptiness in your chest is actually a sacred space that Allah is protecting? Because here's the truth. What you're going through may not make sense right now, but it could be a divine sign that Allah, in His infinite wisdom and love, is keeping you from something you can't yet see. But one day, your heart will thank Him for. So before you blame yourself, before you let the world convince you that you're unworthy of love, pause, take a deep breath, and let this moment be for you. Because this video, this message, is not just a reminder. It was created for you, for the one who's tired of waiting, for the one whose heart feels heavy, yet still full of faith, for the one who's wondering, will I ever be chosen? So, shut out the noise, forget the timelines, and just listen with your heart, because what you're about to hear might just be the most loving truth you've been waiting for. 1. When Allah protects you from the wrong person. Have you ever met someone who felt like the one? The connection was strong. The feelings were real. You prayed for it. You hoped for it. Maybe you even saw a future with them. But then it all fell apart, suddenly, without warning. And you were left confused, heartbroken, and questioning everything. At the time, it felt cruel. It didn't make sense. You thought, I was ready. I did everything right. Why didn't it work out? But now, maybe with some distance, you're starting to see it differently. That relationship, if it had continued, might have cost you your peace. It might have drained your spirit, clouded your purpose, and distanced you from your faith. It wasn't love. It was a test. And more importantly, it was protection. Because in Islam, nothing is taken from you without purpose. When Allah removes someone from your life, it's not without wisdom. He doesn't subtract to hurt you. He subtracts to protect you. The Quran reminds us so gently, but perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 2216. Let that verse settle into your heart. You may have loved someone deeply. You may have been convinced they were your forever. But Allah sees what you don't. He sees the hidden flaws. He sees the unseen future. He sees what happens when no one's looking. And when He pulls someone away, even if it shatters your heart. It's not punishment. It's protection from what you don't yet understand. So ask yourself with honesty, are you still chasing someone that Allah, in His mercy, is pulling you away from? Or will you let go and trust that what's truly written for you will never leave you? That what's meant to stay will stay, and what walks away was never yours to hold. 2. When Allah protects you from what could corrupt your faith. In today's world, relationships are often rushed and reckless. It's become normal to get emotionally attached, to fall into romantic situationships, and to treat love like it's just a casual experience. But Islam teaches something radically different. Love is sacred. It's not just about butterflies and chemistry. It's about iman, boundaries, and spiritual growth. Because when your heart becomes tied to the wrong person, especially outside the limits of what's halal, it can quietly erode your connection with Allah. You begin to make excuses. You ignore red flags. You justify haram behavior with good intentions. And slowly, you feel distant from the one who loves you most. The Prophet Muhammad warned us with clarity and wisdom. When a man and a woman are alone together, the third one present is Shaitan, reported by Tirmidhi. So if love has felt out of reach for you, if your path seems blocked while others fall into relationships easily, don't assume it's rejection. Maybe it's divine protection. Maybe Allah is guarding your heart, not just from emotional pain, but from spiritual damage. Because the right love, the love written for you by Allah, will never lead you away from Him. It will bring you closer. It will elevate your faith. It will be rooted in purity, intention, and barakah. So trust that silence. Trust that loneliness. Because sometimes it's just Allah shielding your soul until the right love comes at the right time. 3. When Allah wants you to focus on something greater. Have you ever noticed how some people spend years chasing love, only to find heartbreak after heartbreak? They pour their energy into finding someone, hoping love will heal them. Yet all they find is pain. But there's another path, one that's walked by those who realize their life holds a higher purpose. Sometimes the absence of love in your life isn't a rejection. It's a redirection towards something far greater. Because maybe, just maybe, Allah is calling you to build something that lasts beyond this world. Something more eternal than romance. Something more powerful than being in love. The Prophet Muhammad beautifully said, "Whoever focuses on the hereafter, Allah places richness in their heart, organizes their affairs, and the world comes to them humbled," reported by Ibn Majah. Think deeply about that. You weren't created just to fall in love or to be someone's other half. You were created to leave a legacy, to carry light, to fulfill a mission written only for you. So ask yourself sincerely, are you using this season of your life to grow, to serve, to become who Allah created you to be? Or are you getting lost in a search for someone to fill a void only purpose can satisfy? Allah isn't making you wait because you're unworthy. He's building you, shaping you for something bigger than you ever dreamed. And when you finally step into that purpose, you'll realize this waiting wasn't a delay. It was a setup for your rise. 4. When Allah teaches you to control your desires. Let's be real for a moment. We're human. We feel, we crave. We long to be loved, to be held, to be seen. The desire for connection, affection, and companionship, it lives in all of us. And Islam doesn't deny that. In fact, it acknowledges your emotions. But it teaches us something the world has almost forgotten. Your desires were never meant to lead you. They were meant to be led by you with the strength of your faith guiding the way. Allah says in the Quran, "But as for he who feared the position of his Lord and prevented the soul from inclination, then indeed paradise will be his refuge. Surah An-Nazi'at 79:40-41. That verse? It's speaking directly to you. Yes, you. The one who's fighting quietly behind the scenes. The one who deletes the haram message even when it hurts. The one who walks away from a tempting relationship because you love Allah more. The one who cries in secret but stays loyal to the path of righteousness. If that's you, then let me tell you something powerful. You are already winning. You are not failing because you feel desire. You are succeeding because you're mastering it. You're not following your loneliness into darkness. You're letting your taqwa, your awareness of Allah, lead you back to light. And that's rare. That's powerful. And that's the kind of soul Allah trusts with a love that lasts. Because the kind of love you've been praying for, the one that's sincere, pure, and peaceful. It requires a heart that has already been anchored in submission. It requires a soul that has been tested and found faithful. Discipline over desire. That's the journey of a true believer. That's the internal training ground where Allah molds you so that when love does arrive, it doesn't pull you away from Him. It pushes you even closer. Pause. Breathe. Reflect. If the love you've been waiting for still hasn't arrived, don't panic. Don't lose hope. Don't fall into despair. This is not a punishment. It's a process. It's preparation. It's love in disguise. You're only halfway through this journey. And every second of it is being written into your soul with divine care. So if this message has stirred something in your heart, if even one sentence felt like it was meant for you, then trust this. Allah has not forgotten you. He hears the quiet du'as. He sees the tears no one else sees. And He's writing a love story for you that is far more beautiful, far more complete, and far more sacred than anything you could ever write for yourself. 5. When Allah teaches you, that true fulfillment comes from Him. Have you ever felt like something's missing? Like no matter what you accomplish, how many people you meet, how busy your life gets, there's still a quiet emptiness inside. You're not alone. We live in a world that constantly whispers, you need someone to feel complete. You'll only be happy when you find love. From movies and music to social media and family conversations, we're bombarded with one message. Love from another person will fix you. But Islam gives us a far deeper, more liberating truth. You were never created to be completed by another human being. Because your soul wasn't designed to find wholeness in people. Your soul was designed to find peace, purpose, and fulfillment in Allah. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever seeks the pleasure of Allah at the cost of displeasing people, Allah will be pleased with him and will cause people to be pleased with him." Reported by Ibn Hibban. So if you feel left out while everyone around you seems to be finding love, if you're always the one attending weddings alone, scrolling through engagement announcements, or wondering, when will it be my turn? Maybe it's not because you're unworthy. Maybe it's because Allah wants your heart to know the sweetness of His love first. Because here's the truth. No one, not a spouse, not a soulmate, not even the most romantic love, can fill the space that was meant for Allah. Only He can bring the kind of peace that doesn't break when people leave. Only He can heal wounds that no human even sees. And only He can love you fully, purely, eternally. So, perhaps this chapter of loneliness, is really a chapter of closeness with Allah. And once your heart is full with Him, you won't need anyone to complete you. You'll only need someone who helps you grow closer to Him. 6. When you are being prepared for something greater, sometimes what you think is a delay is actually a divine arrangement. Not a no, but a sacred not yet. A season of preparation. A time when Allah is quietly shaping you, strengthening you, and getting your heart ready for something far beyond what you can imagine right now. Yes, waiting hurts. Yes, watching others find love while you feel left behind can be painful. But what if this loneliness isn't a punishment? What if it's a platform for something far greater? The Prophet Muhammad said, "No slave of Allah will truly believe until he believes in Qadr, both the good and the bad, and until he knows that what has befallen him was never going to miss him, and what missed him was never meant to be his." Reported by Tirmidhi. Just take a moment and let that sink in. The person who left you wasn't meant for your story. The rejection that shattered you was part of your rise. And the love you haven't received yet, it's being written with purpose. Because Allah never removes something from your life without replacing it with something better, something more aligned with who you're becoming. Some of the most impactful men and women in Islamic history didn't build their legacies around romantic relationships. They built them around meaning, service, and connection with Allah. They weren't waiting to be loved by someone. They were busy being loved by their Lord and fulfilling the mission He gave them. So if you're in a quiet season, a lonely season, know that this is not wasted time. This is your foundation. And when Allah builds you in private, He is preparing you for something that can only be carried by a heart that has already known Him deeply. 7. When your patience is your greatest test. Let's be honest, patience can feel like the hardest thing in the world, especially when what you're longing for isn't something haram. It's something beautiful, something pure, something you've prayed for with your whole heart, like a halal, meaningful love that brings peace to your soul. But sometimes, when Allah holds it back, it's not to break you, it's to build you. It's to strengthen and polish something sacred within you. Your sabr, your resilience, your trust in Him, even when you don't understand His timing. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever remains patient, Allah will make him patient." No one is given a gift better and more vast than patience. Bukhari and Muslim. Subhanallah, did you catch that? Patience isn't just a virtue. It's a divine gift, and not just any gift, the greatest one. So if you're still holding on with quiet strength, if your pillow has caught your tears at night, but your lips still whisper, Alhamdulillah, by day, if you've ever whispered, Ya Allah, I don't get it, but I still trust you, then know this, you are not forgotten. You are not unseen. Allah sees you. The angels are recording you. And every moment you choose faith over frustration, you're earning a reward no eye has seen and no heart can imagine. Because this test, this long silent stretch of waiting, isn't just about how long you wait. It's about who you're becoming while you wait. So ask yourself, will the silence make you bitter and desperate? Or will it pull you into deeper intimacy with the one who already knows your heart better than anyone else ever will? Patience doesn't mean your desire disappears. It means your trust in Allah becomes greater than your desire. And when you reach that place, a place of surrender, strength, and stillness, the angels write your name with honor, because you didn't just wait, you waited with faith. A final reflection. This message was meant for you. If you're still here, still watching, still listening, know this. It's not by chance. This message found you for a reason. Maybe you've cried quietly when no one saw. Maybe you've poured your heart out in sujood, asking, Ya Allah, when will it be my turn? Maybe you've watched others move on, fall in love, get married, while you're still waiting, still hurting, still wondering why. But please, don't let the silence fool you. Allah has not forgotten you. He's not ignoring you. He's not punishing you. He is writing your story with mercy, wisdom, and perfect timing. Every unanswered prayer, every tear you wiped alone, every door that closed, it was all part of His divine protection, not to deprive you, but to prepare you, to bring you back to Him before bringing someone to you. So pause, breathe, and ask yourself from the depths of your soul, do I really trust Allah's timing? Or am I chasing something He's gently pulling me away from? Here's a beautiful, simple dua to carry in your heart. Ya Allah, grant me patience in what I do not understand, and contentment in what you have written for me. If this message touched your heart, even a little, comment below. Ya Allah, make me content with your plan, because your words might be the healing someone else desperately needs to see today. And if this video brought you comfort, clarity, or calmness in your waiting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder just as much as you did. May Allah protect your heart, guide your path, and bless you with a love that brings you closer to Him, not further away. Ameen.